Welcome to the Masters Alliance podcast, Uncut, and I'm Herb Perez. Well, this is called the Masters Alliance podcast for a reason, because we want to bring the best to you of all the masters of the martial arts that we can find. In this particular episode, we're going to be joined by a good friend of mine who is a master of not Taekwondo, but of Qigong and Jeet. Sifu Harinder Singh is one of the most influential, inspirational people I've met over the years, and he lives and breathes his martial art. He's now taken that into another arena to help professionals in business and in other areas of their lives progress and become the best that they can be. So when you listen to this one, it's going to be a little different, but make sure you absorb it all. And again, this is the Masters Alliance, so strap in and get ready for an exciting episode. Well, welcome to the Masters Alliance podcast, Uncut. And today I'm joined by an amazing individual, one of the few inspirational individuals that I know that lives the life that he preaches, but more importantly, does the work that he does, both personally, professionally, helping people grow. Thank you for joining us, Sifu Harinder Singh. How are you today, sir? The luck that we had to meet each other, and we'll talk more about that later. But I've always watched your career since the first time that we met, and I've always been amazed at how you're able to use the goodness and the power of what you do to help others. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about mastering your center in the flow state. You've developed a unique master your center method. Can you share the origin story of this method? And was there a pivotal moment or experience that led to its creation? And that leads me to my next question. For individuals struggling with anxiety or feeling overwhelmed, and I do, like most time to time, depending upon the situation I'm in, how can mastering your center help them find the grounding and the inner peace? So, when you talk about the ability to slow down time and expand awareness in the flow state, how can this be practically applied in high pressure situations like a business negotiation or a sports competition? And you spoke about the martial arts, and I know well, you started obviously in martial arts, and you're a big influence for you, and primarily probably your most influential person in your life was Bruce Lee and his philosophy in martial art. He emphasized adaptability in the way of no way in Jeet Kune Do. How does this translate into a philosophy, into practical tools for personal and professional growth? So it leads me into my next question. I know that you're a doctoral candidate in medical Qigong. Can you explain how energy works, complements, and enhances your martial art and peak performance teachings? So I want to transition. I want to transition into that and how it helps you with leadership coaching and some of the impact of that. So as a high performance coach, which you are, you've witnessed some remarkable transformations in your clients. Could you share a story of someone whose life has been profoundly changed by your training? And that leads me into the next question, and as you say things, I keep thinking of more and more things to ask, but I want to talk about that balance and avoiding burnout. In today's fast-paced, technology-driven world, how do you help people find balance and avoid burnout? Well, your journey, and I haven't spoken about this, and I was fortunate enough to train with you for a while, and it was some of the most memorable training. And I wish we still were close enough where I could do it. And I need to visit with you some more. And I mean that because there are not many people that I train with. I'm very selective about who I spend time with, and my learnings from you and my interactions have been life-altering and changing. And the time that you came up and spoke to my young black belt candidates was equally as remarkable for them. But you've had a remarkable journey. What were some of the challenges you faced early in your career, and how did you overcome them? Rick Rubin, actually, his book on creativity, he speaks about that. So he talks about creation and inspiration, and it's always there. The thing that you're trying to create, it's a question of you realizing it's there. And unfortunately, if you take too much time to realize it, somebody else realizes it and then exposes it for what it is. And so, but I have a couple more questions, and I've kept you for a long time, but I'm always fascinated and listening to learn. But who are some of your mentors or sources for inspiration, both within and outside the martial art world? and those are your words are too kind, but I appreciate them. I mean, you are certainly. There's a next part of my journey which you spoke about, and I think about often it resonates with me, and it's the idea that when you're a warrior, you carry around too much anger, too much fire, if you will, and that manifests itself in certain ways. But unfortunately, it prevails and is prevalent through and permeates every other aspect of your life. And so I find myself now finally at the old age that I'm at, going back to becoming a calmer individual, and the principles that you speak about resonate with me. And I'm studying with a good friend, Ian Cyrus, who's a Buddhist priest and also an accomplished martial artist, and he's done everything from being the FBI and just amazing life. And I'm trying to get to a place where I find that calmness and find that connection to the things that you spoke about. And that's why, in part, Rick Rubin's book resonates with me. And when you suggest something to read or follow, I think that people should listen, because those things are journeys you certainly can start earlier. Mine, I started later just because I had my own challenges. I was smaller, and all that kind of stuff. And I was fighting in heavy divisions, and I felt like it had to be me against the world. And the nature of the sport I did, it required that. And when I met you, it was a humbling experience, because you are extremely good at what you do in a martial art. We haven't spent a whole lot of time on the martial art thing, but I've only met a few individuals that are able to take the martial art, regardless of what it is that they do it well enough where it works virtually in any situation, and then be willing to test it or manifest it with others. And your door was always open to people to come in and train and exchange. And so I've always appreciated that time with you. But we're going to come back to you again for a different conversation just about martial arts, but I had wanted to spend some time on all the good work that you're doing and all the seminars that you're doing. But if somebody wanted to, for our listeners, and they were captivated by your works or your teachings, what's the best way for them to contact you, learn from you, or potentially even train with you? So I'm going to come down and visit with you, because I know you have a new facility and you're doing things in a different way. And so I would suggest anybody that is in your area, which is the Southern California area, as they call it, SoCal. And I feel bad. I was just down there, and I was with my son for some soccer stuff, but I would have gladly come and visited with you, but I will make time to spend with you. With all that said, though, I just want to take another second to thank you for everything that you've shared with us today, because the bigger journey of what we do as martial artists is, first and foremost, develop ourselves in a life skill sense. And I don't mean the life skill sense that we just talk about pedantically about our children, but just being better people in general. And that starts in an inner sense. And that's one of the reasons I started martial arts, and probably you did. And then it manifests itself throughout everything else that you do in life. And you are, as I said in the beginning, one of those few and unique individuals that practices what we do, but more importantly, lives what we do. And that was the thing that had always and will continue to always resonate with me. The other thing, though, I think people should be aware of, if you've done a tremendous amount of physical educational content And I implore people to seek that out because it's great footage of you doing what you do at a very high level. And I know you travel around and go to different seminars, so I hope that people get an opportunity. But I think the bigger and the most important thing you do is the stuff that we just talked about now, which is really what martial arts should be about. It's about developing yourself and bettering yourself as an individual. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to have you on. You're actually, I think, the first person that we've had on that's not a Taekwondo person. I started with Taekwondo people for different reasons, but I wanted to have the best people that I could find in virtually everything that we do. And you are absolutely one of the best people that I know in what you do, but more importantly in martial arts in general. So thank you again for today. Yep. Wait, those are great words. And thank you again. On behalf of the Masters Alliance podcast Uncut, this has been a great time, and I look forward to seeing you soon, sir. Well, as expected, that was just a terrific podcast with an inspirational and inspiring individual. Sifu Singh, no doubt, lives what he thinks, what he believes, but more importantly, what he practices. We touched on so many different subjects that it was just difficult to get it all in. So I'm going to have him back again because what he said, what he feels, and what he does are just perfect for what we all do as martial artists and how we live our lives. So I encourage you to reach out to him, find out more about him, and more importantly, more about his method as he expands and continues to inspire generations of martial artists, including me. Once again, this has been a Masters Alliance podcast. I am Herb Perez, and please check out our other podcast and other videos because there are amazing individuals on that. I think that would be as inspirational for you to watch and listen to. See you next time.